Vanakkanda Thangam, welcome to GullyClassroom. Okay, this is the first lecture in the unit Outcomes of Democracy in Political Science. CBSE 10th Standard Political Science la Chapter 7 Outcomes of Democracy. What is democracy? Democracy is a system of governance in which representatives of the people are elected. These representatives form the government, make laws and policy decisions for the rest of the people. Make laws and policy decisions for the rest of the people. Right? Okay, Kanna. So, what is democracy based on? எதை நம்பி democracy இருக்கு? Democracy is based on political equality. Each and every citizen in the country will get only one vote. There is no political bias. ஓ பணக்காரனுக்கு 4 ஓட்டு, ஏழைக்கு 2 ஓட்டு அல்லது 1 ஓட்டு அப்படின்லாம் கிடையாது. Everybody is going to get only one vote. So that is called as political equality. Democracy is based on political equality. What are the factors that make a democracy better government rather than an autocracy? ஒரு autocratic government இருக்கிறத விட ஏன் சார் நான் democracy-ய prefer பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு நீ கேட்கலாம். Democracy is better than any other form of government. How are you going to validate that? Validation that democracy is better. Equality among citizens. Democracy ensures equality among citizens. எல்லா citizenுமே politically equal. Everybody is getting the same number of votes. அது இல்லாம democracy is ensuring the dignity of a citizen. Just because you are a majority, you are not going to get preferential treatment. Just because you are a minority, you are not going to get crushed by the heels of the majority. So, democracy is ensuring the dignity of the individual. அது மட்டும் கிடையாது. Democracy is ensuring quality of decision making. Good decisions are being made in a democracy. எப்படி சார்? In a democracy, each and every policy decision is deliberated on, is discussed on in both the public and the legislative houses. Legislative houses la our representatives are discussing what laws to pass, what policy decisions to make. அது இல்லாம all major policy decisions are always publicly discussed. ஒரு சொசைட்டியை நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம்? இதை டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணி முடிவெடுக்கலாம். Okay, so quality of the decision making is ensured. அது இல்லாம democracy is giving a method. என்ன மெத்தட் சார் தருது? A method to resolve conflicts. ஒரு பிரச்சனை வருது, ஒரு majority peopleக்கும் minority peopleக்கும் பிரச்சனை வருது. ஒரு இடத்துல let's say they are going to build a dam. அப்ப அங்க இருக்கிற ஆதிவாசிஸ்க்கும் the people who want the dam, electricity நம்பி யார் இருக்கா? industrialistக்கும் there is a issue coming up. ஆதிவாசிஸ் want to live in their forest, the industrialists want a dam. இந்த மாதிரி conflicts வரும்போது the democracy is giving a system which will help us to resolve the conflicts, a method which will help us to resolve the conflict. What next, sir? It is allowing us room to correct mistakes. We are human by nature, and when we are human by nature, to err is human, to forgive is God. கரெக்டா இல்லையா? தப்பு செய்யறது மனிதனோட இயல்பு. ரைட்? அப்படின்னுங்க போது a democracy must give us room, must give us space. எதுக்கு சார்? To forgive ourselves, not just to forgive ourselves, to make better decisions, to overcome our mistakes. நம்ம தப்பு பண்ணிட்டது ஓகே, பட் செஞ்ச தப்பை திருப்பி பண்ணாம இருந்தாலே we will make better decisions. Okay, so how is a democracy better than other forms of government? ஒவ்வொன்னா பார்த்தா equality among citizens. It ensures equality among citizens. It is ensuring that the dignity of each and every individual is preferred. It gives room in order to to allow correction for mistakes, and also it is ensuring quality in decision, and it is providing a method to resolve conflicts. Conflicts resolve பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு மெத்தட் தருது. These are the 5 points that makes democracy an awesome government. Okay sir, democracy is awesome அப்படின்னு சொல்றீங்க. What are the main factors in democracy? What are the main ideas in democracy? A democracy is accountable, responsible, responsive, sorry, okay, responsible to சொல்லலாம், it is responsible to the people, but அதே மாதிரி it is not just responsible, responsive, மக்களுக்கு தேவைகளை பூர்த்தி செய்யற மாதிரி. It is accountable, responsive and a legitimate government. அப்போ ஒவ்வொரு ஃபேக்டரா எடுத்து how is it accountable, why is it a legitimate government பார்க்கலாமா கண்ணா? First accountability. அக்கௌண்டபிலிட்டினா என்ன சார்? அக்கௌண்டபிலிட்டி அப்படின்னா பொறுப்பா நடந்துக்கிறது. எப்படி ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் பொறுப்பா நடந்துக்க முடியும்? ஓகே, all decision makings in the government are based on norms and procedures. There are fixed procedures in order to make a policy decision. ஒரு சட்டம் இருக்குனா first it is constructed as a bill, it is passed in Lok Sabha on majority, it is passed in Rajya Sabha on majority, finally it goes for president's signature. There is a fixed procedure which can be reviewed by the citizen. So there is a fixed norm and procedure, and these policy decisions are not just simply taken, they are deliberated on. They are deliberated in assemblies. Adana sir, deliberated. If you are discussing a particular topic, all the different facets, all the different issues facing a particular topic, it is called as deliberation. இந்த ஊர்ல புதுசா ஒரு மில்லு கட்டலாமா வேணாமா, இந்த ஊர்ல புதுசா ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் ஃபேக்டரி திறக்கலாமா வேணாமா, these things can be deliberated on. Okay. Also, a lot of negotiation has to be done with respect to public opinion. When you are making a decision, you cannot make an autocratic decision. நீ என்ன பண்ணுவ? You will create a decision in such a way the public opinion must be taken into consideration. அப்போ நாட்டுல பப்ளிக் ஒப்பீனியன் என்னன்னு பார்த்துட்டு தான் you will make a decision. சார் இதெல்லாம் பண்றதுனால won't there be a delay in decision making? ஒரு delay இருக்கும் in decision making and implementation. In a democracy, the system will not be very quick and efficient. வேகமாவும் efficientஆவும் இருக்காது. In a autocracy, the system will be efficient because the decision is made by a single fellow. There will be an autocrat, he will make a complete decision and that decision will be immediately implemented without any deliberation, discussion and negotiation. These things only happen in a democracy. But the democracy is slow, sir. It is என்ன சொல்லலாம், a democracy is inefficient, sir. It is not very quick, sir அப்படின்னு சொல்லு. But நான் என்ன சொல்லுவேனா, let us check it out. Because democracy is doing discussions, deliberations and negotiations, people are more acceptable to those decisions. மக்கள் இவ்வளவு தூரம் நீ டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணதுனால they are acceptable to you. அப்போ மக்கள் உன்னுடைய முடிவுகளை, மக்கள் கவர்மெண்டோடைய முடிவுகளை ஒத்துக்கும் போது, when the people are more receptive to the decisions of the government, மக்கள் கவர்மெண்டோடைய decisions receptive வாங்கிக்கும் போது, the democracy is becoming more effective. Democracy is becoming more effective. Autocracy can implement a policy decision immediately, but that policy decision might not be acceptable to all the people, so it might not be as effective. தேவையான அளவுக்கு எஃபெக்ட் தராது, எஃபெக்டிவா இருக்காது. But a democracy, even though the decisions are slow, it will always be effective. சரி சார், அப்போ in a democracy we are having a effective system even though the decision making is slow. ஆமா கண்ணா, அப்ப the cost of time is worth it. அப்ப கொஞ்சோண்டு டைம் எடுத்து டெலிபரேஷன், டிஸ்கஷன், நெகோசியேஷன் பண்றது it is good. So this is our first idea. அடுத்தது என்ன சார்? ரைட், I told you there are a lot of norms and procedures in our policy making and decision making. Let us say you have a better idea, you can have the right and means to examine the decision making process. Each and every citizen can know how a particular decision is being made. This is ensuring transparency in the system. Government or a decision எடுக்குதுனா, why is this particular decision made? What are the economic possibilities of this decision? Socio-economic implications of this decision அப்படின்னு தெரியணும். சரி, this is ensuring transparency. இப்போ நான் okay, let us say I am a father and I am organizing a home. Let us say my wife is asking me money for a new car. Then I will, if I am transparent, I will show my economy. This is the earnings of our home அப்ப இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கிறதுனால right now buying a car is a waste of money, let us wait for some time அப்படின்னு I should be transparent with her. In the same way government must be transparent on not just the procedures on how a decision is being made but on why a decision is being made. ஏன் ஒரு டெசிஷனை எடுக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறது தெளிவு காட்டணும். அடுத்தது சார், okay, so a citizen must develop mechanisms to hold the government accountable. A government must be held accountable. எப்படி சார், how can a government be held accountable? ஒரு government ஒரு decision எடுக்குது, அதை எப்படி நான் accountable வெச்சுக்கிறது, அதை எப்படி பொறுப்போட வெச்சுக்கிறது? You should hold regular free and fair elections. So free and fair elections வெச்சுக்கும்போது அந்த குறிப்பிட்ட டைம் பீரியட்ல if a government is not behaving accountable, you can vote for the opposing party. You can have a choice to select another party that will take better decisions on the citizens' behalf. Right. So regular free and fair elections is a mechanism to hold the government accountable. What else? Citizens must participate in the governance. மக்கள் என்ன பண்ணணும், ஆட்சியில participate பண்ணணும். Sir, how are we supposed to assure that people will participate in the governance? Can I hold public debates on major policies and legislations? முக்கியமான பாலிசிஸ்லயும் லெஜிஸ்லேஷன்ஸ்லயும் டிபேட் ஹோல்ட் பண்ணுங்க. அது இல்லாம there is another very very important thing, Citizens Right to Information Act. If the government is doing something, you have the right to know. That is called as Right to Information Act. You can use this not just to know the procedures in the government, you can know how much the government has achieved on its set policies. நான் இது செய்ய போறேன் ஒரு government சொல்லி இருக்குனா என்ன அச்சீவ் பண்ணிருக்கணும் நீ கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம். What else sir? There should be a corruption free government and a government that is sensitive to the citizens needs. ஒரு சிட்டிசனோட நீடுக்கு சென்சிட்டிவான கவர்மெண்ட் தேவை. All this comes under accountability of the government. A government must be accountable. Sir, please talk about legitimacy. Legitimacy na enna? அத்தாட்சியான government. adana sir அத்தாட்சியான government. Kana a people will select their own rulers, their own representatives, and these people will have control over their representatives. எப்படி sir control இருக்கும்? Because we are always holding free and fair elections. Because of free and fair elections, the people will always have a control over who? Over their representatives. Cherry sir, these people will also be made to participate in local decision making, right? Because people are electing their own representatives, they are forming what will be called as people's own government. அப்ப அவங்க என்ன government form பண்றாங்க? People's own government. சரி, okay sir, what are the parameters with respect to this? A people's government is slow and less efficient. A people's government is slow and less efficient. So கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோவாவும் இருக்கும், less efficientஆவும் இருக்கும். It is not always responsive. எல்லா தடவையும் பக்கா ரெஸ்பான்சிவா இருக்கும்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. It is not always clean or corruption free. Sometimes it will have also corruption. இதெல்லாம் இருந்தாலுமே people always wish to be ruled by their own representatives. Yes sir, because they believe in the legitimacy of their decision. அவங்க தான முடிவெடுத்து ஒருத்தங்கள செலக்ட் பண்ணி அனுப்புறாங்க. அந்த legitimacyல, அந்த நியாயத்துல, அந்த தர்மத்துல they are giving a significance. சரி சார், அப்போ how can I validate this? kana nalla gavani, everybody wants to be ruled by a democracy, even though the democracy might not always be effective. Yes sir, because their own representatives are ruling them, they are responsible for their representatives. Appa democracy's ability to generate its own support. Everybody wants democracy na. Democracy is generating its own support. It cannot be ignored. What else sir? Kana complaining in a democracy. Let's say ipo nee sir this democracy is bad. This democracy is bad. Apdi nee solran vechukove. You are complaining in a democracy, which means this shows the success of democracy. Sir puriyiliye kana gavani, let us say you are listening to a class. எனக்கு புரியலன்னு ஒரு கிளாஸ்ல சொல்றதே அந்த கிளாஸ்ல இருக்கிற மிகப்பெரிய சக்சஸ். எப்படி சார்? கண்ணா நீ என்ன சொல்ற? எனக்கு புரியலன்னு சொல்ற. அப்போ ஏன் நீ புரியலன்னு சொல்ற? வாத்தியார் அதை கேட்டுட்டு he will be responsible to you. He will give you better examples. He will accept your he will accept that you are not understanding and give you better examples. Appo democracy is also like that. Complaining in the democracy itself shows the success of democracy. இல்ல சார் நிறைய இடத்துல democracy சரியான சிஸ்டமே இல்ல சார் அப்படி நீ சொன்னீனா we are coming to the last point of this lecture. என்ன சார் last point? There are hundreds of democracies all over the world. உலகம் பூரா நூற்றுக்கணக்கான democracies இருக்குது. எல்லா democracies-க்கு what are the common features? They are having formal constitution, ஒரு தெளிவான constitution இருக்குது. They have political parties and also they hold elections and they guarantee citizens rights. Citizen உடைய right ஐயும் guarantee பண்றாங்க. But each and every these democracies are from different social situations. They have different economic achievements and culture. In some countries, the gender discrimination is high. There is discrimination based on caste. There is discrimination based on skin color. There is discrimination based on ethnicity. Even there is language disputes, border disputes, and so many issues in a democracy. Appo, why is democracy still better in Iketina? This is my final answer to you. Democracy is simply a system. Democracy is simply a form of government. It will give you awesome conditions. Edukku sir democracy will give me awesome conditions for achieving any kind of success. But the citizens must actively participate in a democracy to achieve this success. ஒரு நல்ல கிளாஸ் வாத்தியார் எடுக்கறார்னா the responsibility is with the students. வாத்தியார் கிளாஸ் எடுக்கலாம் but வாத்தியார் cannot be answerable for the students getting low mark. கரெக்ட்டா இல்லையா? I can give you excellent classes, I can give you excellent questions, but who is going to study? You are going to study and get good marks. Am I getting this right? அதே மாதிரி the democracy will give excellent conditions in order to achieve success in each and every sphere of life. But who is going to achieve that particular success? That the citizens of the democracy are responsible for this. Cherikana. This is the end of this first lecture. In the lecture, the most important topic is accountability. Accountability தெளிவா படிங்க. That is one of the repeated questions. Democracy la questions can be asked. For the same answer, several type of questions can be asked. So நான் important questionsல அந்த list போட்டு விடுறேன். அதை go through பண்ணுங்க. If you have any doubts, put it in comments. Cheers. Thank you. Friends கூட share பண்ணு. Thank you.